Good Friday morning there, YouTube. I got this car all masked up and prepped up, and I thought, hey, may as well switch the GoPro on. Yeah, might go from the other end this time. No room up there. It's a pretty cool car. It's like a GTI Golf, 40th anniversary, painted roof and everything. It's not just some cheap ass wrap. Get down on it, yeah, woo! Friday, R&B Fridays or whatever they do. Just replay the same old crap every week, actually. Okay, we've collected a muscle can. So yeah, like we just got a rear bumper and this quarter panel. That wheel is actually off another car. The old guy that I work with, he realised that he's got too much work today, so he has to palm it off to Gunny. It's alright, mate. Gunny will sort it out for you. So I'm doing this in base coat and just going to be clear coating up here. We've been so busy lately, it's not funny, like absolutely flat out. Here comes the boss. I'm the one that always smashes the job out, so they don't mind if I record or anything like that. I'm not doing it all the time, and like when we are way too busy, I don't even have time to flick the cam on, you know. And it's not like it slows me down anyway. Sometimes it actually speeds me up. It's like, you know, you just get in the zone and you're like, hey, this is going to go on YouTube. I'm just going to put that extra little bit of effort in or something, you know. Sometimes. I just go through stages though. Sometimes I just can't be bothered uploading or even recording or anything like that. Well, I can never be bothered uploading these days because the internet at my place is so bloody slow. I've got about like 10 videos sitting there ready to upload, but you got to leave your computer on all night just to upload one video, and sometimes like you get it half uploaded, like you leave it on all night and then you'll be without internet all day the next day. Because when I'm uploading it like screws the download speeds. It's an absolute joke. It's like 1 megabyte a second upload if you're lucky. Like that's peak I've ever got on my place, 1 megabyte a second. That is like an absolute joke. And I live like 6 kilometers from the city of Perth, you know. That's like third world country style speeds, you know. So I'm going to do like a bit of a false edge up there. I haven't got much of a choice. We're not exactly going to go and paint the entire roof and the next quarter panel to save an edge. I'm just going to squirt a little bit of wet on wet primer. There's a tiny little cut through to body filler down there on that quarter panel. Now wet on wet that whole bar. This, the bloody panel bed is just getting the clip remover tools and just making a mess out of it. Like, I don't mind fixing damage, but like if you're just fixing damage that's been created by panel beaters in a rush to try and just reef a bar off, it's just, and when it's constant, like if it's just a once off, you'd be like, oh yeah, like everyone, you know, makes mistakes. But when it's not, like on every job, it just gets like really tiring and frustrating. Like you're then forced to work your ass off trying to fix their stuff just to try to get these jobs to go, you know? Turn like an easy day into a hard day because of stupidity and like laziness. That's all I can really put it down to. Like, it's just being lazy. So yeah, there's these couple of little cut throughs I'll have to wet on wet prime. But I've got to wet on wet prime the rear bumper anyway, and that wheel. It was like yesterday morning, or yeah, sort of mid-morning. The other painter, he's like, you know, I'll jump on this cruise out there. It's like Holden Cruise. I'm like, yeah, well, it's up to you, man. Like, and then he didn't get it painted yesterday. He's been on it like for ages. And then it comes down and it's like, oh, I'm gonna have to get you to paint this wheel for me because I didn't get my job painted. Like, yet here I was getting like a much bigger job than that painted, and this job painted, and half of his job. It's like, ah, well. Some people, half of their day spent fixing their stuff ups, you know. And then he couldn't match his colour, so I've had to match his colour for him too. Good help is hard to come by. That's why my bosses actually appreciate me so much. The volume of work I get done and the quality of it is, yeah, good. Better than the average anyway. Much better. So we had a new apprentice start a couple of weeks ago. Started last week. I don't know, he's doing okay. I just got to remind myself like what I was like when I was new. He's really quiet, which I don't really like, to be honest. Like, I was standing there one day like explaining for about like 40 seconds to a minute or something, explaining how to do a job. He's not even looking at me, he's not even like acknowledging what I'm saying. I was about to walk off and I just said to him, I said, did you understand what I just said? Oh no, not really. And I'm like, mate, if you don't understand what I'm saying, why not say something about it? Just tell me you don't understand it and then you can get the correct instructions, because all that's going to happen is I'm going to walk off expecting that you know what I've told you to do. I'll come back in half an hour and say, have you done it? And you will have done it wrong. And you say, oh, I didn't understand what you said. Well, why didn't you tell me then? You know, like, something to me that just seems like common sense, like making sure that you understand the instructions. I don't know, because he's too shy to speak up or something like that. It's like, man, that's not an excuse, you know. And it seems these days that the talent that we get through from the young people is just like getting worse and worse, you know. Partly to do with the schooling systems too. They don't promote these kind of jobs. Get these bloody feminist, feminazis in their careers, teachers, telling them not to do this job because it's a bad job. And anyone with half a brain, they say, nah, I'm not doing this. And it can actually be quite a very rewarding job. I've heard that there's been studies done around the world, and tradesmen are some of the happiest people in the world. You get to go to work and be physically active, and it's rewarding. You can look back at the end of your day and say, hey, I've done that. I've achieved something today. Like, what are you going to do as like an accountant? Oh wow, I've moved that pile of papers from this pile to that pile. I've done really good. Or I've saved some bloody corporate company cheating on their taxes. Yet the average working class man gets taxed to the bloody breaking point. Alright, so we're masked up, ready for a prep sole. I'll get this thing set up here somewhere. Might put a bit of paper down first, stop that flapping around. So I want to get this painted before morning tea, get that bake on, and then I have to go out and help those other guys by the looks of it on their jobs that are going today. Gunman to the rescue. I'm not putting it over on that window over there because I don't want any overspray on it. And I don't want to get overspray from this onto the rest of the car. Turn it over here out the way. So I'll get it up the right way. What's going on?
So that'll be my brand new cutter you just gave me in here.
Yeah, I think you did, yeah. Which way does that go up? That way. Yes. This cream coloured tape just seems so boring after using that awesome crayon purple. Alright, ready for a prep. blend areas that I'm going to have on this quarter panel, and maybe a little bit of this. I think I'm going to keep that colour like halfway to the bottom of this. You see here, I don't need it up here. I don't know, see how I go when I'm spraying. It might need to creep up a little bit, but play that by ear. The colour is quite good. I did colour match it, so I'm obviously going to have to put colour here, but I always like to do my prep sole before I do the the false edge masking up there. Make sure it's nice and clean first. Always wiping those prime patches last there, just leaving that dust that I don't want on the blends. Not going to be clearing over primer dust, do ya? Yeah, not a good idea. Got this little cap I'm going to paint too. So the flow of the air in the boot goes that way. So always sort of like keep that in mind when I'm doing my paint work, when I'm doing multiple colours and all that kind of fun stuff. Like all these chips here, they're created by the panel beaters, you know. So God damn it, it's a nice car and they're just destroying it. All this kind of stuff, they've done that. Like I've noticed Perth, like the quality of workers over here is much lower than Melbourne. I guess it kind of helps you stand out as a good employee, so I can't really complain that much. Bloody hell. Not to say there isn't good tradies over here, because there obviously is, but seem to be fewer and further between. And that's not like I hate the people, it's just their work, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I hate you because you've gone and chipped this bumper bar for me. No, it's just not a hard thing to do, and it's a shit way to work. Like brand new bumper bars, man. I had two the other day, and it should have been easy. Paint them before morning tea. No, I only just got them painted before lunchtime because they've dropped them on the ground, damaged the shit out of them, like both of them, and a different person each one. And if it was just, as I say, like it's just a once-off, you'd be like, oh well, we all make mistakes, you know. But it's just about every single bumper we get just comes with damage that they've created, and new bumper bars aren't necessarily that easy to repair. Anyway, I'll be back in a sec. I'll go mix up that wet on wet primer. Alright, I've got that wet on wet mixed up, let's go! down here, and hopefully by that time we'll be right to put some colour down. Still a bit rough down there, like just gonna have to run with it, load it up and clear. Get my garment set up too.